Hello, you hear me? I think it looks good. Jamaica, just don't show the password in the stream. Join the wait. Don't show the password in the stream. Join the wait. Hello, hello, hello. Do you hear me? In the chat, can someone in the Twitch chat say if you hear me in the stream? In the chat, can someone in the Twitch chat say if you hear me? My God, fila da puta, fila da puta. My God, fila da puta, fila da. Turn chat sounds off. Turn chat sounds off. It's okay, Jamaica. It's okay like that. It's good. It's okay, Jamaica. It's okay like that. It's good. Hello, hello, here. Hello, 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 hello. Hello guys, welcome for the three people watching us. Hello guys, welcome for the three people. The game hasn't started because the American team is not here yet. We are waiting on JS team. And the Twitch is a little delayed. And the Twitch is a little delayed. And JS team is missing one player, so right now we're waiting on him. And JS team is missing one player, so right now we're waiting on him. Apparently, the JS team is missing one player, and they're trying to reach Reus, who said he would be on the team, but if not, it's probably going to be a forfeit for the Brazilian team. So I don't know what the time limit is. Let's see how long they take. Seems like it's going to be a forfeit win for the Brazilian team, as the American team don't have a fourth player. It seems like the game is going to start 3-on-3 because the American team decided to not have a fourth player, so it's going to be a 3-on-3 game. There's probably going to be some drama afterwards, but that's what's right now. And the Brazilians are using blue color in the red, so that's going to be confusing, but I guess that's what it is. And they passed again. This game is gonna take forever. The Brazilians now doing their Saida and dominating on the kickoff. Let's see if the Americans will be able to to get rid of them because these Brazilian players know how to play a lot together. So I think personally that the Americans are going to get absolutely destroyed on 3-3. They probably had a chance on 4v4, but on 3-3 there's absolutely no chance they beat the top Brazilians. These guys play every day together. They played on the league, on the Brazilian league together for a whole season, and now it's 3-1 for the Brazilians, and they seem to score every time on their kickoff. They score every time, and yep, they are getting destroyed now, 4-1, now 5-1, and there seems not to be able to defend the kickoff. That's always a problem against the Brazilians on 3-3. And I forgot to say the lineups now for the Brazilian team. No Mercy is Del Watt and Fabio Matthews. Two of those guys are top scorers of the FSB. For the Americans is Monk, who's using captain as name, JSJS, and they just got destroyed again in the kickoff. This game's gonna take forever because every time the Brazilians kick off, they score. So yeah, Shiranui, Monk, and JSJS trying to play 3-3 against Brazilians on the Brazilian server. On what just trick shot on the wall and great goal there, give 40. Even though I think this game is a little pointless now, shouldn't be played 3-3. The Americans struggling to bump the Brazilians, who are very strong on bumps, and overall they play together really well. So let's see if they can pull a comeback. It's already 7-2. Probably everybody bet against the Brazilians because they don't know them. But these guys are really good players. And now another goal from kickoff, 8-3 in 2 minutes. And this game is really take long, so probably the next stream is gonna be delayed or not gonna happen at all because, yeah, blame the Americans. As always, they're you always can blame the Americans. And excuse me, I'm going to get some water in some minutes because it is super hot. And now Dell with the ball, passing to Fabio Matthews, who's very forward on offense. Fabio Matthews takes the shot very early. Shira Monk cannot kick the ball on defense, and 9-3. It seems like a complete rape. They're trying a good kickoff there, and Shirano is gonna score. Finally, a goal from the kickoff by the Americans. Let's see if they can hold it on the kickoff again. Saida, and the Brazilians fail now. Counter-attack by JSJS, who scores. And there is a chance for the Americans now if they manage to stop the Brazilians kickoff. But Fabio Matthews avoids fearing away and scores. Great goal there on the kickoff. This game is basically gonna be kickoffs, so just there's not much to commentate because it's 3-3 on against Brazilians. It's just kickoffs, and if you don't know how to defend that kickoff, which obviously the Americans don't know, it's just going to be basically you cannot win if you don't know how to defend against that kickoff against these Brazilians because they will score every time they have the ball, and you just have to try to score on your kickoff, and you're going to be down every time. So look, it's already 10-5, and if Brazilians scored and it's another goal, and you cannot just defend against that. Now 11-5. Now JSJS trying a kickoff, but didn't work. And now Monk with the ball, double bomb there by Monk. JSJ now takes the ball, counter attack by Dell. What wings the strong shot against the uh, yeah, the Brazilians are humiliating these Americans on 3-on-3, but probably is better than a forfeit. It seems like Rios, their star player for Brazil, didn't make it. He said he would be there and didn't join the room. And Hernan, the other guy who confirmed, also didn't make it. So the Americans only have three players, and the Brazilians are basically just trolling now a little. Their score is 12-6 now with 5 seconds to go, and they're probably gonna score another from the kickoff. Fabio takes a shot. Yeah, it's gonna be another great goal by Fabio. Really amazing goal. With 1 second to go, they're 13-6. And yeah, the Brazilians now have made some lineup changes, while the Americans have no substitutions, obviously. So probably Hernan is gonna join for the second period of the game. So there is some hope for the American team. They have to overcome already a 7 goal deficit, and the second game is gonna start, but probably we cannot stream it because of this. And we're waiting to see if Hernan joins. Oh, he's not coming, so it's going to be 3-on-3. Continue. And the game has no, it hasn't started. And the second period has started now with the Brazilians on blue, and they made some substitutions. Papa Expedios, Sperandio, and LG. So there are lesser players on paper, but still strong. LG is one of the top scorers of the Brazilian league. Sperandius not so good. I don't know him much. And Papa Expedius, I don't have much information right now on him, but LG just own gold on his debut, and they're gonna do Saida, and it almost worked, but they missed the last bump. So now LG doesn't seem they're getting dominated now by the Americans. So this is a good opportunity for the Americans to come back. Dell is going to give them a chance, but probably it's going to change them if it continues like this. Another kickoff, and oh, Shiranui misses the post and gives LG an easy goal from the kickoff. That's always funny to watch these people struggle against this kickoff because if you watch the Brazilian league, which probably you guys don't, uh, all the Brazilians know how to defend this, but the Americans and the Europeans they don't know it. So they get every time they get scored like in previous Hacks Cups. Probably you remember I commentated one of them or two of them, and yeah, the Brazilians always scored in the Nations Cup. I think it was the two finalists were Brazilian teams because of the kickoffs. And the other game is going to start soon. I'll try to join the room and give some infos on it and see if probably we can join for the late part of the last periods because well this game is still gonna take a while, especially because it's 3-on-3, so there's more goals than on 4-on-4. I'll be quiet for a moment while I join the other room. One moment. Well, there's nobody in the other room, so the game starts in 4 minutes, but nobody keep commentating here. And now the Americans taking the lead of this second period, but Brazil is still leading by. Let me check. They're +5 right now, the Brazilians, because the third period ended 13-6. Now it's +6 for the Brazilians. Now the Americans started joining in the other room. That's gonna be the other Brazilian team against the other American team. Dragonite Frozen Track Omega Lu against um, Eduardo Maradona. I'm checking the lineups. One, sorry, not commentating for a moment. And it seems to not have started. Super. Okay, and now I'm gonna continue commentating. I'm looking at both games, but I don't think Jamaica can join yet because he's obviously streaming this game. But it's probably gonna be delayed too because the Brazilians are not there yet, so I'm not sure what's happening. But now the Americans take the lead of this period. It's still +4 for the Brazilians who failed the kickoff, and now it's +3 only. They're coming back, the Americans. Probably Dale is going to make some changes on the last period because if not, they're gonna lose. What seemed an easy game is probably gonna ruin it with the substitutions, as Perandio, Papa Expedios, and LG don't seem too strong together. They're team bombing each other, yet Perandio just team bombed LG into the net, and they 7-4 on this period now. The Americans owning them. The Brazilian kickoff is not working as before. they don't do it as well as the other players. And bad decision by Dell to have made these substitutions. He's risking losing this game. I mean, the Americans are still very strong, you know. They're not randoms. They can come back against good players. Now Sperandio team bumps again. Sperandio is really weak on defense. He keeps team bumping his teammates on the net. And the Brazilian kickoff, Saida misses again. Sperandio with a good bump there, but Papa Expedios doesn't manage to capitalize that opportunity. Papa Expedios struggling a lot. Sperandio team bumping. I'm not sure if he's trolling or it's just like that. 8-4 this period. 17-14 right now for the Brazilians who all put the main lineup again. It's 17-14 on the other. And the third period is about to start, and I'm gonna try to commentate the other game. And I think as soon as we finish this one, we jump to the other one if the streamer Jamaica wants to. And I will tell you when it starts. It's they're making lineups still, so they have some color problems on the Brazilians, and they're about to start the third period, and the Brazilian team is up by three, but they put the main lineup again. While the other game hasn't started, they're warming up, so we might be able to see the full other game while everybody. And now the Saida is not working as before. So now the Americans are looking stronger. They probably warmed up and got used to the ping, and Dell gave them the opportunity to score a lot of goals against their weakest lineup when he put Sperandio and LG and the other guy, Papa Xvideos. So now they're risking losing this game if they don't play well. Fabio Matthews now with a counter attack. What with a bump There, Fabio Matus with misses the pass. What very strong bumper. I think he was voted the best bumper in the Brazilian league this season. Not sure. I didn't vote. But obviously these three are better than the other three they were. Sorry, the other game is not started yet, so we're probably gonna be able to see it fully. So Jamaica, maybe be ready to switch if you're listening. I am already in the room. Everybody's there, but you. And the score right now is. I will post it in the stream in a moment to give me. That is first period and second period, so the game is. You do the math. They're not trash. They're just playing 3-on-3 against the strongest players on 3-on-3, which are the Brazilians. So they will obviously get annihilated, and in the Brazilian room. So a little bit of a shit show, but that's the problem of the captain for not being able to have 4 players for his team. And I think it was good that Dell didn't call a forfeit, so at least we saw some game. And the other game is about to start. I'll narrate it while this one finishes because it's probably going to be a win by the Brazilian team as they got completely dominating the Americans. Cannot defend against the kickoff every time. Um, yeah, the Brazilians are very strong bumpers, so they got dominated basically. Oh, Monk just missed an open net there. That's gonna be disappointed for Monk. They're probably really mad right now because they're the favorite team from what I heard, and they got it dominated like this. Probably they didn't expect it. Now what is taking the piss? And whoa. Immediately after this game, we're gonna have the other game, so don't leave, okay? Um, if you cannot hear me, just tell me, but it's probably your problem because I can hear myself on my phone, so whoever that dude is calling the shit stream, then just leave. Nobody's asking you to stay. And now another kickoff by the Brazilians and they fail. And the other game has officially started and it's 1-1. So as soon as this one ends, yeah, it's gonna be a victory for the Brazilians. Good. I will wait for how much. Just switch to the other stream and we got it. Okay, and the other game is underway. I'm gonna now focus on it. And yeah, the American team, Dragonite, Shaniqua, Rich Omega Lul are dominating so far 4-1 against seemingly weaker Brazilian side. And the game is paused because they are discussing strategies. Let's see if Jamaica joins. Yeah, Jamaica is here, so you should be able to see the game. The game has been on pause and 5-1 for Shaniqua right now, which seems very strong against Brazilian team who's struggling a little bit on defense. And whoa, great save there by Dragonite, who saves a great shot from flashback. Sheldon with the pass, Rich wall pass to Dragonite, frozen track is bumping there, but flashback is able to defend now. Makes a long pass, but Omega Lol is there to save it. Now Cannon Force takes the ball, slowly controls it, pass it, but team bomb by Smeraldino, and now Frozen Track on the counter attack. Omega Lol is gonna get an easy goal there, tap it in. 6-1 on 2 minutes. So not looking good for the Brazilian team. In contrast to the other Brazilian team who completely dominating the Americans. And yes, Smeraldino is the weak link right now, team bumping on defense. If and the Brazilian captain is missing, Eduardo Maradona, so they put Smeraldino as temporary captain. Probably not the greatest Brazilian team I've seen. Rich with a miss on the corner. Now Flash takes the ball, but they're getting outnumbered on defense. Sheldon now on counter attack. Very well defended by Omega Lul. This this American team seems more organized than the last one, but it's also 4v4, so who can? It's a different format completely. Like now the Brazilians are coming back a little bit. 7-3 for Shanipa still. Great kickoff by Shaniqua. Sorry, got distracted. The score hasn't changed much, but it's 4-7 now. The Brazilians are pulling a comeback now. They're starting to play better together. Frozen Track and Rich team bump each other now. Sheldon with the ball on the corner, great pass, but Cannon is not able to angle himself. Now Cannon forced with a great bump. Smeraldinho with a long pass, but no one is there to take it. Cannon force great avoid. Omega Lol great save now, but Flash is passing it to the corner again. Rich now on defense. Three players from the Shaniqua team on defense. They're very strong on defense according to the team review. And the first period ended, and I don't know what was the score. Sorry. It was 7-4, I think. 7-4, yeah. So the American team is leading on this game, on contrast with the other American team, which got completely dominated by a very strong Brazilian team on 3-3, though. We will see what happens with. And these Brazilians don't even know the rules. They are asking how many periods there are and stuff like that. Second period's underway. And I clicked something on my screen and it went full view. So sorry. Uh, and now the kickoff is taken by the Americans, and it's an easy goal. First 5 seconds of the game, and now they're leading again. Very strong team, this American. They look very organized against Brazilians, who are always strong on these cups, but I'm not sure this is the main lineup because they're missing key players like CKO7, who won the FSB on this season against Bruno Masters, Japones, and others who are very good players. And I don't really know much about Omegalo, but he seems really good player. And I know Rich and Dragonite are supposedly very good American players. Frozen Track, I don't know it, sorry, but they seem to be working very good together. And they have options in the bench. Montes and Jatori, who's a great player from the United Kingdom. While the Brazilians don't have strong players or alternatives on the bench. Only Surprise Element and Macahista de Bilbao, who's actually a new player from what I know on second division in the FSB. Surprise Element is good though. They could use him. He's a surprise element. And now Sheldon takes a good counterattack and scores 2-2. It's not too bad. They can still pull a comeback to Brazilian. And now we have more viewers for this game. Welcome. This is the second period of the second game of tonight. No, the third game, though the other one was way earlier on European time. Now, kind of force, of course, the ping affects this team a little bit, just like the Sheldon own goals. And that was crazy. It's gonna be on the bloopers of the call. He just took a very strong shot on his own net for some reason. And the Brazilians are still KKKing. And now Sheldon again failing on the defense. And Now Megalol trying a trick shot using the other players as boosts. Yeah, the Brazilians are getting completely shattered on defense. Great bumps by Dragonite and Omegalol performing very well in this game so far. Of course, Rich and Frozen Tracks as well. Rich seems to be the defensive stronghold of this team. What do you hear that? Some cat just died on side of my house. The game is paused and Esmeraldino is moving some players around. He put himself back and put back in, so nothing. Sheldon takes the kickoff by Dragonite, counters attack really strong. Esmeraldino now. Dragonite hitting the ball in the corner. Drags three players to him and nobody bumps him. Rich passes to a Frozen Terrak who's very calmly avoiding team bombs. I mean, avoiding bombs. Sheldon is really weak on defense right now. Rich and Dragonite. Oh, Omega Lol causes a team bomb there. Now counter attack opportunity, but Sheldon is gonna lose the X battle. Passes to flashback. Smeraldino flies by. Sheldon's gonna take it against Omega Lol, but Omega Lol wins the gym battle. Now Dragonite bumping very well by Dragonite there. Omega Lol now ball controlling, passes to Rich, passes to nobody. Counter attack by Sheldon, but Sheldon's gonna miss the ball. Rich dominating him there. Flash tries a very strong shot. Smeraldino doesn't manage to kick the ball. Sheldon misses an open net. Was tight angle though. Now Smeraldino on defense is waiting for his team to come back because they're on the other side of the field. And Cannon Force now against three and very well defended by Cannon Force now. Sheldon on the counter attack. Sheldon's gonna take the shot and scores 5-3 for the Americans. The total score so far is +5 for the American team though. First period ended 7-4. Still doable though. Brazil is always dangerous on comebacks. Never underestimate them. And they just need some goals now, but Omega Lol's really strong on the counterattacks and scores another one, shattering their hopes with 1 minute to go of the second period. It's looking tight. And in the 8 minutes, there is another game, but I'm not sure if I can comment or if Jamaica wants to stream it. Up to him. I'm gonna have to check. And now Sheldon passes the ball to Cannon. Now 6-4. I'll join the other room and see if there's anybody. Oh, triple bomb by Dragonite, but nobody's able there. Cannon Force magically saves himself. And in the second period ends 6-4 for the Americans, so that's +7 for +7. Yeah, they're saying 5, but yeah, it's. Oh no, it's +5. If it ended 5-3. In the third period, they put Montes in, and Macaísta de Bilao. Somebody of the second period because nobody knows. On 6. So yeah, it's +5. He's asking for a pause, but they cannot pass on this. It's mm, bad wood for Macalista. The Americans quickly scored. No class, but it's against the rules. It was the Brazilian captain who started. No idea. Something's going on, and I don't know. But now the Brazilians take a kickoff, and they immediately get scored on a counter-attack. It's now +7 for the Americans, who seem to be dominating them. And Montes was subbed in for the captain, and Jatori also got subbed in for Frozen Track. So still a very strong team. And Dragonite now great pass, great backdoor pass. Jatori misses the X. He seems cold. Rich flying on defense. Now Brazilians on offense. Sheldon passes back. Smeraldinho causes another team bomb. Flash takes a shot, but saved by Montes. Montes gonna counter attack, and the other game is supposed to be in 3 minutes, but I don't think we're streaming this game because I can't comment. Maybe Jamaica can stream it, but I cannot comment. 3-0 for this period now. It's +7, I think. Maybe we can. It's up to Jamaica if he wants to stream. Somebody ask him. Trooper, ask him. If the Chileans against the Brazilians on Brazilian server. Will join one moment. This game is also seemingly dominated by the Americans. So I don't think they will be seeing a comeback crash shot by Montes who snipes it in. Sorry, and we continue. The American team completely dominating this period, and 5-0, nowhere from the Brazilian scoring, and disappointing for performance for the Brazilian team, who seemed stronger on paper. Smeraldinho is gonna save, but Montes is just waiting, and they're flying, and Montes is just waiting and scores. And now, yeah, this is completely humiliating for the Brazilian team, who are missing some of their strongest players, though. But I thought on paper they were stronger than what they're showing. Oh, almost a goal by the Brazilians, but they don't seem to manage to do anything against these guys who are now seemingly stronger than in the first two periods. Now Montes flying, Dragonite taking some funny shots there. Rich attempting a trick shot. The Brazilians are flying all over and they cannot seem to defend. I mean, the other room, I, I don't have the link yet, so I don't know. Nobody told me if, oh, another goal 9-0 on this period by the Americans. Completely strong, dominating these guys. They want the period to be over and go home. Oh, Cannon Force misses the X. He cannot score. Now Sheldon misses a bump. Cannon Force scores a good goal though. Jatori could have X that though. Dragonite with a kickoff, but Montes doesn't manage to time it properly. Rich on defense again against two. Jatori against two. Montes is gonna say team bump each other with Rich. Now Sheldon takes the shot and scores. And this is probably gonna be it. There's And I think we're gonna see another game. Trooper asking me to commentate, but I don't know if Jamaica wants to stream the Chileans against the Brazilians. I think we will be able to do it. If they start on time, I can do it. Games there by great performance by this American team, in contrast to the other American team who completely collapsed. On 3-on-3 though. Trooper's asking Mike if he wants to stream. He hasn't asked me if I want to comment it. I think I can do it, but I don't know if he gives me the link. I don't know any of the Chileans, but I'm gonna join the I will tell you